scientist. I'm not an expert in footballs. I'm not an expert in football measurements.
Why can't you hold on to football? It's so goddamn hard about holding on to it.
It's so hard. What's so hard about it?
I don't know. I mean, I'm hard right now, but that's just me.
Are you? You have a boner?
Yeah.
You do?
I have blood that has moved from other parts of my body to another part of my body. You know, it's a muscle.
You
It's
got
natural.
a podcast boner?
Yeah. I mean, this is what, day 5, or we've done. Was it Monday did we start? So is this straight day, or did we start on Tuesday? I'm trying to figure out when we actually started this. Practice. Is this episode 5 of the Underfiles, or this?
I think Monday. 6? I don't know, Monday or Tuesday.
Well, we only have this one and the next one until we are at our show starting on Monday at 9:30. This is just the bootlegs, as we call them.
We are in the bootlegs.
Bootlegging it. Yeah, Bo says, hey, yo. So, my man Bo. By the way, shout out Bo. He joined the Nimble with Numbers family today. Just brought him on as my my head DFS writer, basically. Well, I'm the head DFS, but he's the staff writer this year. He's going to be killing it, putting stuff out. And, we have some other announcements coming down the pike later. But, shout out my man Bo McBigtime. I made a little tweet for him, a little sign. I don't know if I'm going to be able to tilt my computer and see it. I might mess it up, but there we go.
Bo McBigtime
makes the world's best hot sauce. And so here's my goals in just, bringing Bo on one. I want to grow and my knowledge and understanding of DFS. And as a DFS junkie, really, I sweat information from anybody. I mean, I really got heavy into, following, JJ Zachariason last year, and Sal Vetri and Pete Davidson, who does at Rotobahn on Twitter. Love those guys. And so it was like crack to me. I just needed it. And so, Bo's one of those guys. He shares that passion for it, and we're gonna collab on Nimble. I need help with Nimble. I can't just do it all myself. And so we're gonna work together. I'm really excited. And I didn't hire him because he's got great hot sauce. I hired him because he's got great DFS perspective. It's just the hot sauce is just like icing on the cake. Definitely placing a $20 or 20 bottle order soon. I'm really excited about that. That's honestly, when you have the hot sauce, it moves stuff around, and that kind of gives you some extra boners as well, because I do eat it 1 to 2 times a day on if you have breakfast or lunch or dinner, you eat it on it normally. So
I know you do. Yeah, I'm excited to see what you and Bo start cooking up over there at Nimble with Numbers, dude. It's gonna be it's definitely gonna be a good source for DFS material. And I don't know, you got a lot of ideas over there, so I'm excited to see what Bo is gonna bring to the plate besides his hot sauce. So I still haven't got my hands on it, but looking forward to trying it in small dab quantities.
Yeah, it's like microdosing. I mean,
yeah, I'll do a microdose for sure.
Yeah, I'm a macro doser, but I took a picture and sent it to Bo last week. I took the he has this special plastic cap on it because kind of like the liquor cap on 151, something like that. That kind of like filters it so you can't pour it all out at once and go crazy. I took a picture of me. I took that off, man. I don't need little squirts on my food anymore. I need it all over. So, it does go quickly. I'm not going to lie. It does. But that's why I'm getting the 20 bottles from Bo. Tomorrow I'm actually placing that order after I listen to a hot sauce podcast to get a 20% off coupon.
I forget
my man,
which type of hot sauce it was, but it might have been Dave's Insanity. It was probably one of those. I think Dave's Insanity has over 1 million.
Scoville.
But yeah, over 1 million Scoville. It was.
That's intense.
Yeah, it was one of those ones that at the end of Hot Ones type. It's the final boss.
Right.
I remember. Yeah, and I think you were there when Ryan got Chris to take a shot of that, and
yeah,
he got so sick. I mean,
Well, here's the trick about it is you can't just put a little bit and take it into your stomach. You have to eat bread and food and have so much stuff, water, and it has to be absorbed by anything but your stomach lining. And our genius friend, who's a successful lawyer now, he didn't think of that.
Do you do like, if it gets too hot, do you do milk?
No, never, man.
No.
No, I just let it wash over me. Sometimes what I normally will. This is the thing that's crazy about hot sauce for me, and it's not just like this with Bose. It's how I work. If I start eating food, and normally you go from no hot sauce to hot sauce. You know, you don't just go like, I'm gonna work up to hot sauce. You put it on your food, and then all of a sudden it's hot. You know, so for me, as soon as I get a hot sauce bite, I mean, really any hot sauce that's good, I instantly start salivating because your body is trying to kind of flush that heat out, and it just makes me want more. And it's almost like I'm gonna keep eating it. I'm gonna keep eating it, and the more maybe I eat a little quicker and put on my salsa or my chips. I'm just like, another one, another chip. I'll just take a chip, put a big old boom on it, and then throw it down. It's so hot. That's the hottest that I'll do. I'll normally put it on my food as like a normal person. But yeah, you don't get water. You just eat more chips, eat a couple more chips, put more hot sauce on, do it again, and after a while, you're good. So.
That's what they do in Hot Ones, I think, is the trick to being able to get all these people to consume this just deadly amount of hot sauce. Right. Like their body is slowly creating an oral tolerance to it. And I just bet all those people feel like S the next day, dude.
Oh yeah. Well, imagine Sean Evans, who does that show, 250 times. Bo McIntyre says butter. Butter helps as well. He said
he's talked about it lately. I remember seeing one recently where someone was asking him like, "How you doing, man?
You going?
You eat this all the time, And he was like, "Yeah." He was like, "We basically, when I started this show, I kind of, was just normal, like a regular person. And then I built up a tolerance where, it's like, I'm different than you and I can just handle this stuff." And I think he was saying that lately, he thinks he's starting to wear out his tolerance a little bit, where I don't know if he, knows how much longer he can keep doing those crazy shows, or maybe he just has to space it out longer or whatever. But man, I love that show.
Yeah. Well, I didn't tell Bo this, but I'm glad he's here. He's in the Periscope. So here's what we're gonna be switching off doing different Periscopes. Mike's mine, however it goes. Millionaires. So after I get the Bo's hot sauce, I'm gonna do a whole 10 batch of wings just in his hot sauce. So not a scaled tiered. It's just going to be called like the Bo's Challenge. And I have a couple bottles. I got 20 bottles. But the goal for me is to give one out every week on my Nimble with Numbers podcast. Just to some lucky, viewer, listener, retweeter, whoever. I'll pick somebody who kind of jumps in there and mixes up. Maybe they got to make a comment. Bo, I wouldn't send it back to Bo. But Bo's made tons of comments. He's been jumping in. He just said what's it called? Capsicum sets off alarms. After a while, your brain doesn't whine any more. So, okay. Yeah, so I guess there is like a dulling of your brain senses the more that you kind of load that hot sauce in. You overwhelm your brain with hot sauce. Well, I love it when they, on Hot Ones, when they get euphoric. And they're like, they get trippy. And they're like, man, like, don't touch your eyes. Don't touch your eyes. Let's do a little slow-mo of that. It's so great.
There's so many of my favorite ones, but Will Ferrell's probably has the best quote when he's walking off. It's like, "What the fuck was that shit?"
That shit. Well, I actually screen grabbed it and made a little video of it, and so I have it on my phone.
Yeah.
And if something's wild, I'll just drop that video.
Yeah.
That's crazy ass shit.
Yeah.
No, they're all great. But we did diverge a little bit from the main topic, and so here's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna roll into our fantasy discussion, another kind of first round juxtaposition tonight. We've got Dalvin Cook, and then we also have Mr. Derrick Henry. Those are two backs that are kind of going side by side in drafts. So we'll kind of talk about where we see their value this year, and then also where the consensus rankings kind of have them, and then where the public has them. So a little kind of smattering of information thrown about. So, Mr. Collins, I yield the floor to you, good sir.
So I haven't really, again, spent a lot of time getting the way I like to do it right now, and when I'm building my idea for players, I actually like to keep consensus out of it because I like to think about how do I rank them, and
Right.
so when we've been doing these shows, I really haven't been opening myself up. I
Right.
will, and I do, and I think it's important that you sort of average what you think with consensus expert picks. But that being said, so far I've just happened to look at Eric Karabell's top
Yeah.
100 for 2020, and this is PPR, and we were talking yesterday, and we were saying that, I think consensus is DeAndre Hopkins is in the second round. Well, Karabell has him at 6, so that aligns kind of where I was thinking, or I definitely think he's first round. But when it comes to Derrick Henry, he's got him at 12, and so to me, this is again why I like to build my rankings and then go look at what the experts are saying, because we've been saying this all week when we've been talking different backs. I think there's 3 absolutely special, unique talents in the NFL when it comes to the running back position.
Yeah.
And they're beyond the threshold of, matchups, so Derrick Henry is to me in the top 3 best backs, and I just think he should be the 3rd running back off the board. So that's why we're juxtaposing Dalvin Cook and Derrick Henry, because I think Karabell's got Dalvin Cook at 4 and Derrick Henry at 12. For me, I'm gonna pick Derrick Henry as the 3rd running back off the board, and I think he's going to have another just tremendous season. I really do. I mean, it's not hard to the way the Titans operate as a football team. They finally figured it out at the end of the last 4 games of 2018. All you have to do is give Derrick Henry the ball 15 times or more, and the guy will produce. I mean, just
over people is what he'll do.
He's unbelievable, man.
Yeah, he's a beast.
16 touchdowns last year. He's I think he's just this is it, man. There's prime years as a running back, and this is his prime years.
This is I mean, he ran for 1,500 plus yards last year. That is outstanding at a 1.5 or 5.1 yards per carry, 16 touchdowns. I mean, he was an animal, man, an animal.
Yeah, led the league in rushing. And here's the other thing that I think so interesting about him too, is that I believe that they got this new guy. Again, I'm sorry, I didn't watch a lot of Appalachian State games, so I don't know. I don't have a lot of game film on Darrynton
Evans.
No, his name's Darian. Yeah, Darrynton Evans. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, sorry.
I don't know anything about that dude. I know he's gonna play the Dion Lewis role, but
yeah.
My argument is this: I could actually see Derrick Henry getting more receptions than he got last year. He was What's that?
He only had 18, so that's not.
He only had 18.
He did, yeah. I mean,
he had 24 targets. So
he have 2 touchdowns receiving.
That's my point. Is that it's not like he can't catch? Is my point. It's not like he can't catch. for me, if I'm
Yeah.
playing Madden with Derrick Henry, I would throw him the ball. I would throw him the ball a lot.
Right.
And
Well,
I could see that number improving this year. Like I could see Derrick Henry having 2,000 yards from scrimmage this year.
yeah. Well, I'm not going to disagree with you. I think in 2018 they figured out the way to kind of give him the rock and get him going. The end of 2019 they figured out that they could run screenplays with him. It was just it was incredible. I think that he ran 2 different screenplays. 80 yards or little dump offs. He took one of them for one of those mega runs. He does the whole way down to the end zone. And Bo just jumped in and said he's fast. That Datron's fast. But you know what? I mean, Derrick Henry, I agree with you there. I can give you the consensus on where the public has him. This is just one site. I'm not going to say this is
which site.
This is on the Fantasy Football Calculator. So I have this pulled up on Periscope. Derrick Henry is the 5th running back off the board. It goes McCaffrey, Barkley, Dalvin Cook are juxtaposed. We're going to do later. Alvin Kamara at 4. Then they throw in Michael Thomas at 5. Derrick Henry rounds out the top 6.
So they don't put him ahead they put Zeke behind him.
Zeke has dropped in overall. This is just today's ADP, kind of where they're going today. Zeke is getting drafted today at 6th. Then Drake is at 7th. Devontae Adams at 8th. 9th is Nick Chubb. 10th. No, I'm sorry. Tyreek Hill is 12th. 11th is Joe Mixon. 10th is Nick Chubb. 9th is Devontae Adams. So, they have him right dab in the middle at 6. That's where the public has him. Fantasy Pros has him a little bit further down. They have him at 8th, but they also have Dalvin Cook at 6th. So they have Zeke up at 3rd. They also have Michael Thomas at 4th. So that's just the average of kind of where he's at. Anywhere from, for you have him as the 3rd best running back. So maybe after Michael Thomas, maybe you have him as 5th. They have him as 8th, or the public has him as 6th. So, it's a couple spots here and there, give or take.
Yeah, but that's the thing where, you have to think about where's he going to end up at the end of the season, and, last year, he finished in our league, he finished 3rd. So, that's the goal of when you're doing your projections is like, that's what you're picking. You're picking he's going to finish at this position at the end of the season. And I think a lot of times you can get lost in, the consensus value of players and not doing your own mental projection of where do you think that this person is going to land at the end of the season. And, with all of these guys, these are the studs, man. So that's why we're doing them in our bootlegs. I mean, they're so fun to talk about. Derrick Henry is he's prime beef, dude. I mean, he's filet mignon when it comes to running backs.
A picture of him like you had of Saquon yesterday.
I wish I had.
He has a popular moment on our podcast. I think a lot of the ladies were excited about that.
I'll tell you the one that made me hold him for all of 2018 was just this picture of him standing next to, I think it was Dion Lewis, and just the disparity in their heights. And there's another great one of like Mark Ingram looking at him on the sidelines. Like, he's just he might have the greatest body of any running back. There's never been a running back as tall as him. He's got to be the tallest running back of all time that's put together any sort of career. The guy is just a He-Man. So when you talk about Derrick Henry and then Zeke, everyone has got CMC and Saquon 1 and 2. So then it's like the next tier is the Derrick Henry, Dalvin Cook, Zeke, Alvin Kamara, and I got down on Alvin Kamara from last year. I'm a big fan, and I think I'm not saying he's going to have a bad year, but I kind of looked at him as someone after seeing how he performed last year that he operates better as he's not built to be, a 3-down back,
Yeah.
and when Mark Ingram left, it affected him, I mean, he needs space to be able to operate, and so I just don't see how this year is going to be that much different. Like, he's going to have a great year. You want him on your fantasy team, but last year in our league, Mark Ingram finished ahead of Alvin Kamara. So
Yeah. I think here's the thing about all of this, and this is what you're looking at in the projections. You're looking at a lot of these guys' upside.
right.
You draft Alvin Kamara because you watch him play, and your eyes tell you he is ridiculously good.
Yes.
And he is not getting tackled with the first guy. He is slithering around. He is a ballerina.
The squid.
Ridiculous.
He's a squid.
He really is.
Yeah.
But he gets hurt.
Yeah.
Like everyone gets hurt at times. Running backs they get hit all the time, and attrition is part of it. That's why Christian McCaffrey being there for all 16 of the playoff, games you played in your fantasy season, if you won championship last year, was so meaningful. He delivered week 16. He got 25, 30 points, whatever. So
that's why I'm all in on Derrick Henry, man. Like, this is the time. This is the time to ride that train, dude. I mean,
D-train. Call him D-train from now on.
The D train is gonna come in, with multiple, huge games, games that just, the rest of your team sucked and he just took over. I think he'll have, ever since they started giving him the ball, it's over 50. I think last year, he had
303 carries.
303 carries. He had one game where they gave him the ball less than 15 times.
Yeah.
So they've got the formula, and there's nothing anyone else can do about it. And I just think this is the time to ride him. So for me, he's the third running back off the board, and I'm still really kind of debating on who I'm going to pick next. I'm probably going to say Zeke, but just because he's so solid. But Dalvin Cook to me is he's one of those kind of players that I've missed on in fantasy. Like, I remember last year the footballers were pumping him. I forget which one was doing. I think all of them were doing it, but one of them was just like, "This is your guy. Guarantee you, pick this dude." And I was like, it's just his injury history and stuff. I was just like, I don't know, and I was dead wrong. He's so I'm like now trying to figure out he's definitely a first round draft pick in 2020, and I'm just trying to figure out where I've got him on my board. Whether he's, I guess for me, 5 or 6 between him and Alvin Kamara. So
yeah, no, that's good. I wanted to throw in some chatter from Bo. Didn't want to tackle King Henry at all, which I don't think anybody does. And he also said though he is going to be going Dalvin Cook over Henry this year. The fantasy counselor, who maybe you don't know, but maybe you do, he hates Dalvin Cook, and because he got hurt, near the end of the season last year, he got on his high horse, and so, let's just, the elephant in the room, Dalvin Cook has been hurt at times,
right.
So that's baked into his value. For me, I'm really looking wide receiver there now with either Michael Thomas or Devontae Adams. Not at 4 or 5, but maybe in that range. I don't know where in our league of record where we're gonna pick yet. We have to do that. Maybe we should do that tomorrow. That'd be fun. Do some random little thing to get the juices flowing, because we are less than a month away, or about a month away from our
What do you
draft.
want to do
So
tomorrow?
we should do a randomizer to figure out what draft position we all have in our league.
Oh, yeah.
Record. But I know I'm fourth in Richard's league, and so I'm trying to figure out who's going to be. It's a keeper league. I've got Dalvin Cook. I can keep Dalvin Cook in the second round at 209, or I could keep Chris Godwin in the fourth at 409, or I could keep DJ Moore in the sixth at 609. So those are the three best keepers.
Are you there? Hello? Hello?
What do you?
Scotty? You cut out for a little bit. I don't know what
Scotty?
happened. Are you there?
Am I back?
You're back.
Can you hear me?
I
Good.
can.
I just said I was first place in the league, but I didn't end up winning the championship. So, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what are you gonna do? Who's your third running back? Who do you think? Do you like Dalvin Cook? Are you with Bo? Would you take Dalvin Cook over the D train?
The D train. No, I would not take Dalvin Cook over the D train.
Yeah, I'd like to let that D train just run
I
all
think for
over
me, I don't want to reveal too much because the goods are going to be on Monday. At
I know.
9:30.
I know.
But I would say that the D train is in my top 5 of RBs. That is what we're doing. Bo wants everyone to know in the UFC fight that Brunson got a TKO, but I don't. That's what he's calling for. We'll see. We'll see what happens. It's in the 5th round right now. A little UFC spatter. Brunson is whooping him right now. He's on top of him. Oh, yeah, they called it. Wow. I think Bo's the guy. You got to go with Bo. I did ask him his picks earlier. He did not pick that one to give to me, but that's fine. I forgive him. That's okay.
You guys got any bets going? Is Bo taking more of your money tonight? Or?
No, not Bo's. No, we're a team now. We're together. So
I don't even know who's on the card. So
now, but I'll still bet him stuff. But
is there any good people on the card?
This guy was supposed to be good who just got his butt kicked.
Really?
So, I forget his name, but yeah. So what are you gonna do? The thing that was frustrating today, I tweeted out at DraftKings, not their fault at all. DraftKings did nothing wrong. I love DraftKings, by the way, but tweeted out to them a picture of Danny DeVito lighting money on fire because all my DFS lineups had fighters that just like the fight was called out. Like one guy passed out in the back and just passed out before the fight. So that fight was over. Ed Herman's fight was called that was like the last week they had 15 fights in Fight Island. Everyone was safe, no COVID, things went good. This week they had maybe 10 fights and I think like 4 of them got canceled or something. Maybe 3 of them. Terrible. So
wow.
Just kind of like the baseball season transitioning if you want to. Kind of like the Matt Stafford news today that dropped. There's just a lot of uncertainty in sport right now with matchups and betting and DFS and lineups and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so we've now entered into the NFL portion talk of our show, and the most important story that just came out in the last, 4 hours, or maybe it's older. Matt Stafford is placed on the reserve COVID-19 list, a new special list for 2020. So it doesn't mean he has it.
No, it does not.
Right. It just means either A, he has it, or B, he was in close contact with someone who has it. So, thoughts and prayers to him and his family, and hopefully everybody's going to be okay, and it's just, a preventative thing, and he's just quarantining. I did not know something like, I think 8 other people on the Lions are on that list right now.
Yeah.
So now's the time. I mean, that could give Detroit a big advantage. You know, I wonder if Bill Belichick is going to go bring COVID people into other people's locker rooms, like
No,
during the playoffs.
he'll save it for the playoffs. Is what he'll do.
He's going to have a little COVID monkey that he goes and he just like releases.
Same guy, the same monkey that deflated the balls.
Yeah, yeah. It's just a little, like he's gonna send COVID pizza over to them. Like, I just wanted to show my gratitude for, all you guys coming here, play us here in New England. Here, try some of this pizza.
Have a bite.
Make sure you rub it in your nose.
No, but so far, I'm on Warren Sharp Football Analysis website right now on the Periscope machine, and so far a total of 37 NFL players have opted out from 22 teams, including 12 starters and 25 backups. The 37 players represent 1.4% of the 2,560 players that will be on training camp rosters. The only thing I would like to know also on here is where are the players that are starters have tested, positive or are in the COVID protocol, just to get a sense of teams that are being disrupted by this. You got to think teams that are starting training camp with men not in position, they're just not going to do as well because they're not going to have the reps. So, I mean, I'm not trying to get into people's personal business, but if there is a COVID list, I'd like to, all those players, that'd be a good thing I could find as well soon. So we'll get back to you tomorrow. We'll have that.
It's gonna be a weird season. That's just for certain. But I don't know how the NFL is going to deal with it in comparison to baseball. Two non-bubble leagues. I could see the NFL doing way better than baseball for whatever reason. I don't know. I just could see. I could see them being. There's just so much. They'll just have. There's so many more people connected to the NFL that I think that they can kind of make like a bigger version of a bubble or something like that. I remember I was trying to find it another day when we were talking COVID that Kansas City had rented out their own hotel, I couldn't find the article, so I just heard that rumor. I don't even know if it's true, but I just can see the NFL doing things like that where they just kind of create their own little mini bubbles in places. So, but that's, that's still, I mean, it's not going to, there's going to be players throughout the season that test positive, and there's going to be, little mini flare-ups here and there. So, hopefully nothing's wrong with Stafford, and if he does have it, everything's all good, then he's done. That's the dream. Then you don't have to worry about it anymore.
That is true. Well, I mean, I definitely worry and pray for his family because, I know his wife has battled, I think she had a brain tumor. So,
I saw that.
Any high risk situation like that, you just want to. Bo wants to know, he's on the clock in the FFCC. I'm also in that as well, Mr. Bo. That's my team where I'm heavy Mike with the wide receivers, where I've got McLaren and Mike Thomas and Keenan Allen and Kittle and Lamar Jackson and now Darius Geis. I haven't drafted since yesterday. They're so slow. But Bo wants to know, should he draft Stafford right now in this draft as his QB1? I'm assuming he's up next to pick. He's just looking for a little advice from the brotherhood here.
What round?
Are you on Stafford coming back this year and kind of?
Yes, I think if he needs a quarterback, go ahead. I doubt Stafford's going to have any issues if he did.
Well, Exactly's QB2, so that's even more enticing. Now you got Stafford as your QB2. I think that's really an added value. He already has Matty Ice, he said.
I like it. Yeah, I like the mix and match of those two players.
The cut of their jibs, just to be honest with you,
Yeah, Matthew Stafford, man, he'll have some games where you can. Yeah, he'll get you like 50 points some games, dude.
Yeah. They showed, somebody just tweeted out today on the tweeters. They said, tell me this guy isn't the most underrated receiver in the league. And it was Marvin Jones. And they show this play where Stafford rolls out and he's under duress. He just goes,
Mhm.
60 yards downfield. And it looks like it's like a fair catch interception because there's a DB who's like standing there waiting to catch it. And they're wearing those god awful gray on gray uniforms, and he's like a blur in gray with like a little blue streak. And he just flashes in front of the DB, snags it, and gets tackled. You're just like, holy crap. So, and that's not even his number one wide receiver. That's his number two. So yeah, I do like him as a number two quarterback in this. And actually, no, Bo, I want to win this thing, so don't take him. Look and see if someone like Damian Williams is available.
Damian Williams.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, in a different draft, I'm in the I think I forget the name of this one. I'm in just a bunch of different industry ones. I got Devontae Adams at the 10th pick or 9th pick, and then I got CEH coming back as my RB1. See, that's the kind of stuff. We talked about CEH a couple days ago. I didn't have to reach for him, and I didn't have to go grabbing for him in the first round. I got him in the second as, the 16th pick, whatever, 15th pick off the board. So that, to me, is winning.
Yeah.
I got Devontae Adams and CEH.
It's definitely cool when you can just stay in the pocket on players and then they fall to you. The guys that you are, targeting in a draft. And yeah, I'm with you, man. He's definitely a second round dude. He's going to be, I think, a really fun person to watch this year. Kansas City is going to be definitely a contender for sure. So
if Andy Reid stays COVID free.
Yeah, man. When it comes to all the COVID stuff, dude, it's the coaches you got to worry about, man. I think if Matt Stafford has it, he'll probably just have a cough for a few days and then boom, be right back at it.
So, man, prayers to everybody. If you are anybody in the world who has any COVID experience or anything, I'm praying for you. Care about you. Hope you make it, man. It's terrible, terrible stuff.
Yeah. The thing is that with all these NFL guys, man, like they're the ones that they're like the ultimate antidote to COVID. You know what I mean? Like they just all built to be able to handle that. The way it seems like it works is it just finds any weakness, and so it's like good luck with Matt Stafford. But we'll see. I think it'll be interesting to start hearing what some of these players who've had it when they start disclosing their experiences with it too. I know Zeke had it, but I think Stafford is probably he's the biggest quarterback that's had it so far. So if he does have it, sure we'll get more information about, what it was like for him.
Yeah, that's true. I mentioned with Zeke, next time Zeke drunk podcast, if he gives any. I
think he drunk podcast when he had it.
Yeah, he was just drunk talking.
He was not. That thing didn't do much to that guy.
Well, I've got him in the Scott Fish poll. So he tweeted out something. He says, like, "Where's my respect?" A couple weeks ago, and right when I drafted the Scott Fish, I took a screen grab of my pick, and I was just like, "Here's your respect, son, right here, right here." I did not get a retweet, but let the record show, I have no disrespect for Zeke. I even told you today on the phone, inside baseball stuff. I don't need to talk about Zeke, man. Zeke's record speaks for himself. If you're getting Zeke, you're going to get a great player. I took him in Scott Fish. I did take Tony Pollard just in case anything ever happens. I want a running back in that offense. So I don't really chase handcuffs in any other circumstance. I have no other handcuffs, but that one I felt, that's just a powerful offense. He's a great player. We'll see what happens, but I'm running with him too. So
yeah, man. Well, these are the happenings of today. Matt Stafford, COVID reserve list, and we've given you our thoughts on the D train and the cook. I don't know, the cooktop. I don't know what you want to call it.
Too hot, it could burn.
Yeah. I don't know if there's anything else you wanted to add to any of our thoughts, or do you just want to get into 3 tweets?
No, I'm into 3 tweets, and we don't have a sounder for 3 tweets. We're gonna get there, you know. But you know, well, soon, maybe today. That's all we have.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not great. We'll do something better tomorrow. Yeah, I do have some more commercials later.
Oh, sorry. I'm getting my 3 tweet ready.
Leaving a little stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna pull you up, my friend. You want to share first?
Yeah, I can share first.
Okay, let me get it on my screen so I'm ready to roll.
This is based on yesterday's.
Which tweet are we in? Maryland
this is
Flaps?
This is the Dame Lillard one.
Oh, the Dame Lillard. Okay, we're going Damian Lil. Let me go to this.
Yeah. This is one of the sickest shots I've ever seen in my whole life.
The big one.
It's right
Okay,
there.
hold on.
The big one.
The problem is it's in my little messages in my my YouTube thing. Hold on a second. I'm pulling it up, my friend.
No worries.
I've got a lot of overlays here.
I know how it goes. I'm gonna do the Skype meet too when I play it. So I'll do 3, 2, 1 or go, and then I'll just unmute you when mine's done.
Okay.
Just so it doesn't happen.
Go to the tweet. Okay.
You find it?
Here we go. No, I have it. Yeah, I'm just trying to go. I'm trying to make it big on my screen.
Yeah. I've only got. I mean, I should do that too.
big one.
I'm trying to see if there's a pop out. Okay.
I'm gonna do that too. Actually, I'm gonna make it big on my screen. I always do.
I'm trying to figure out. This is not the best of times here. It's kind of small, but maybe we should figure out a different way to send this to each other. Because normally I can pull it up. I don't know what's going on with my stuff today. It's wonky. You know what I mean?
It's all right.
So
The big one.
okay, I've got it. I'm gonna share my screen. Tell me when you're ready. You ready to?
Yeah.
You already doing it?
All right. Get ready. Set.
All right, hold on. 3, 2, 1, go.
That's just ridiculous.
That's
big one.
ridiculous.
That shot.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. That shot is ridiculous.
That's ridiculous.
He does a sham god move, which that's so tight. He does a sham god move, but if you see it from the other angle, that's like, I don't know. Maybe it's the sham god that got me too. I mean, but that's one of those angles that's like, I don't know, that's really up there with a great shot. I mean, look how far he's just.
He's so far away.
Yeah, how did he make that shot?
Yeah, you do. That's crazy. All right, so my 3 tweets, which by the way, I watched you before I throw mine out there. I watched you make that shot routinely in
Not that shot.
9th grade basketball class. You were just you used to be a little tiny guy before you filled out, and this is in 9th grade at Montrose Christian School, made famous by Denny Carter. If you didn't know that, yeah, he made that school famous. Anyway,
Or Kevin
So-
Durant, but
It
yeah.
was just torn down. It was torn down. But you used to do these crazy shots where you just run to the side and just throw up the craziest little shot, and they would all go in every time. It was frustrating as a fat rebounder waiting for those balls to never not swish through the hoop. You were gross, man. I hated you.
I did love gym class back in the day. That was definitely you could just
You won every game.
you
From
could
21 we played. It was so annoying.
yeah, I hate it when I was not a very coachable kid. That was my problem. I couldn't
Well,
I like to do it my way, do all that
yeah,
crazy
you're
stuff.
pro.
Yeah, just pull shots out of my ass.
But you made them, so I think that's what mattered.
In gym class, I was the man.
Yeah, well, gym class heroes. All right,
Yeah.
so let's go to mine. Mine's another Rex Chapman special. I love Big Rexy. Let me know when you got it ready to go, and we can just 3, 2, 1 it and push play.
All right, let me get Rexy's all up here.
Big shocker. This is coming from Florida. I just want to give you guys a watch out. There's some friends of mine who go to Florida who I love. They're from Florida. Leap of Faith, FF Leap of Faith on Twitter. She'd love her. But you know what? Florida's just got a lot going on. So tell me when you're ready.
Okay, getting there.
Okay, no worries. Yeah, if Florida, open carry state, let's just put it that way to start with, which always makes any time you go anywhere scary as hell, to be honest with you. At any time, anybody can have a gun. And after you see this, maybe either one of these guys has a gun in this store. I don't know what they have. You'll see. You'll try to figure it out.
All right, so tell me when you want to go.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go. So those who are listening on not on, there is a tractor trailer going down I-95 south or north. I don't know where it is. In Florida with a guy hanging off the front. It's a double tractor trailer, by the way, and he's stuck on the front of the tractor trailer, and he looks like a gay gigolo, maybe. I don't know. He's got like a half shirt on, and he's hitting the front of the he's broken the windshield, and he's hitting the windshield, and the truck is trying to shake him off his car for 45 miles an hour on the highway. Which if he falls off, he's going to run him over. So
I know, that's crazy.
wild stuff, and they're just laughing, filming it. So, all right, that's where we're at today with 3 tweets. So
That
nuts.
oh yeah, I saw that and I didn't finish watching it. I actually just scrolled by it, so I had seen that, and I didn't realize that there was that much more to it. I just remember watching it and I was just like, wow, this guy is he is. Oh man, I don't think I shared it on my screen. Oh damn, I didn't share your tweet. Oh well. The bootlegs. I don't think I shared that.
The bootleg.
Yeah,
No worries.
I was doing. I was working on
To no
something.
one. I don't think anyone's even there. So
Okay,
I think we're good.
Oh, I don't know. We've got somebody on Twitter, I think. So I don't know. Yeah, I was trying to do some new little things, trying to get better at the video portion, but yeah. So I'm gonna give you. You win 3 tweets. Do you have a third tweet ready to go? You win.
I do. Let me get that bad boy ready to roll. It is the tweet that I sent you about my man Bo.
Okay, let me pull that guy up.
So yeah, I wanted to, announce Bo's arrival, and so I shared with Mike, that tweet as well. So I'll pull that one up.
Yeah, okay.
And I'm almost there myself. Takes a little while to get all the way there.
This time I will actually share it.
Hey, that'd be great, man. I'm so excited you're gonna share. That makes me happy.
Last time it was just you narrating.
Yeah, well, you know what? That happens sometimes.
You know what?
You
This
know?
is not the way to do it. I don't know. We're gonna have to. That's why we're playing around here.
Figuring it all out. Okay, so I'm sharing it on my screen right now. So my tweet is just the news announcing Nimble with Number News. It says, "FF Twitter, please make some noise for my guy Bo McBigtime, who will be joining the Nimble with Numbers team in 2020 as our DFS staff writer. Make sure to follow him and also his soon-to-be world famous hot sauce at Hotbox Batch." And then it has a picture of the sign I showed in the beginning of my man Bo McBigtime's arrival. So, man, I'm excited. For me, all this is all about building relationships and growing with people and learning from people. And so, I'm excited that Bo's part of the fam. And I think as everyone gets to know Bo, everyone's gonna love Bo, who loves the Nimble with Numbers. So. All right.
Welcome to the fam, Bo.
Now, so I gotta get out of here. All right, there we go. Back to regular. So.
Welcome to the fam.
Yeah. So this has been a little quicker episode, but anything else you wanted to say for the good of the people? I do have a sounder or two to send us off with. No sponsors today, but just
Okay. What do you want to say?
Here's the sounder. I have one. Here's the first one.
Anyone else grossed out by the word shaft? Is it just me? Hello?
Yeah, I was thinking about that the other day, and just the word shaft. It's just, I don't know if we should.
Does moist do it? Everyone hates the word moist. It doesn't.
Oh yeah.
Does that get you?
Yeah, I have a moist story for you. I'm a teacher, still am, but 3 years ago I was in a meeting with around 9 women, ranging in age from 25 to maybe 60. And somebody said, "Oh, this cake is so moist," right? Innocuous. I didn't think anything of it. Another lady in there went, moist. And then a big moist discussion. And every time someone said, "I don't think there's anything wrong with moist," people go, "Oh, moist." It was just,
So is that what made you not like the word moist? Was it that discussion?
I'm okay with it. I don't mind it. I just don't like it when women act that way about it and start being like, I didn't bring it up. I wasn't saying it. I was just listening to women infight about the word moist. That's
interesting. That's interesting. It's like a beta hatred, or it's like a meta hatred for moist. It's like you hate moist because of other people's reaction to moist. Right. So now you actually also don't like the word because you have to.
I like it. I don't like women's reactions in general.
I don't mind that word.
I can listen to this one, I think.
I don't mind the word moist. I
don't mind it at all. I don't care.
Yeah. I don't think there's.
Do you care about moist?
No. Yeah. Not at all.
Yeah.
Shaft also doesn't.
Does chafed bother you?
I don't know if my brain works like that.
Bo loves moist, by the way.
Bo likes.
He loves moist. Yeah.
Yeah, he likes the word. Yeah. I know.
Yeah. I got one more drop for you to see if you like this. This is one last one, and then we can keep talking or we can do it. Here we go.
I'm just like you. I put my condoms on one ball at a time.
Okay. Yeah. Well, for that one, I will say that.
Thank you. Yeah. And also a real commercial. Don't forget this.
Bo's Hot Box Batch Hot Sauce. That shit's fucking hot.
Yeah. All true. So.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I guess we're signing off for the bootleg version.
Yep. Signing out. I will. I'll end it as I always do.
Out of my face, or I'm gonna roundhouse your ass.
All right.
Good. Yeah.
Peace, homie. Deuces.
Deuce.